You know, it isn't often out here you find a town thanking its sheriff for something he's done instead of criticizing him for something they think he should have done. That's why when I got word that the folks in Little Beaver were giving my old friend Jeb Barnes a gold star for 40 years of service to the town, I decided it was something I had to get in on. Howdy, Jim.
Vint Bonner, what the devil brought you to Little Beaver?
Came for the celebration.
Celebration? Seeing the last of me in this territory calls for a celebration, huh? Shake hands with Charlie Craig. He's taking over my old job.
Glad to know you, Charlie.
Howdy, Mr. Bonner. Heard Jeb talk about you lots of times.
Vint, be glad to shake the dust of this town off my boots.
When you leaving?
Got the old wagon hitched up right now. Just a-waiting for me over at Pearson's livery. As soon as the good folks of this town get tired of hearing themselves make speeches and hand me a gold star they claim they're giving me, I'm going to be on my way. What do you think of that, Vint, a gold star?
Oh, I think that's wonderful. Nobody deserves it more, Jeb.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Probably made it out of my own fillings.
Hey, where are you going?
Old Mexico. Got me nephew down there. Well, she's all yours, son. There's your tin badge. Now, you make yourself at home. You won't have long to wait. 40 years is all. Maybe they'll give you a gold star before you're out on your saddlebags. See you over at the celebration.
Be over in a little while.
Come on, Vint. Buy you a drink before all them speeches start. Just be a farmer.
It's a big time for you, sir.
Very best, Sheriff. Good luck, Sheriff. Drink in the house of the boy. What are you doing in here, Jeb?
Just wetting my mouth a little, Mayor. I know you, when you get to wading into one of them speeches of yours, man could perish of thirst before it's over.
Well, maybe we better get started so I can give you that gold star and see the last of you, huh? Well, I'll tell you, just wait a while.
Say, those three men over there, they look familiar, do you know?
Reckon I ought to have sent them all to penitentiary once. They served their time. That one in the middle is Sam Baggett. The other two are his pals. Wingo Jenner and Bill Cowan. Used to be real ornery.
What do you suppose they're doing in town?
Probably don't believe the old Jeb Barnes is going to hang up his gun. Come in to see for themselves. You know, I ain't sheriff anymore. Charlie Craig's wearing my tin badge. I'm getting a gold one, putting me out to graze. Well, them three's Charlie's problems now on.
Now, my friends, if I was to stand up here and start trying to tell you the list of things that Jeb Barnes has done for this town during the 40 years he's been our sheriff, if I was to underline the times he's risked his lives serving us, or if I was to give you item by item of the perils he's undergone, bringing law and order to the frontier, or keeping peace and dignity in this community, or more than likely I'd be up here most of the night doing of it.
You're going to be up there half the night not doing it.
I reckon if I didn't pop off once in a while now and then, strangers in town wouldn't know I was the mayor. Well, this isn't a big town. It isn't a rich town. But we got a big heart here in Little Beaver, my friends. but we ain't got a big bank account. And it wouldn't be fitting to let Jeb hang up his holster and walk away from here without some little token of this town's appreciation and gratitude. And so we got together, some of us that is, and we scraped together all the funds we could lay our hands on. Legal, that is. And so finally well, where in the name of... I put it up here near my brains, so naturally I forgot all about it. Well, now we've had our laughs. Now let's get serious. Pretty thing. I don't reckon it's more than about $7 worth of gold in this here thing, no. But heck, this town could never pay Jeb Barnes for the price of 40 years of service. Now, none of us gonna live forever. And after we're all dead, gone, and forgot, the people who come after us, they're the ones who's going to remember the name of Jebediah Barnes, one of the best men the West will ever see. Well, Jeb, better come on up here before I make a fool of myself and blubber right out in public.
Say, Sheriff, did you notice those men that left here a few moments ago?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I just saw them going to the bank. Maybe you ought to take a look.
Well, the bank's open for business, Mr. Barnes.
That's right. I'm probably being silly.
There you are. Well, turn it over, Jeb. Read out what it says.
When all our histories wrote and done, the name of Jeb Barnes will head chapter 1.
I wrote that myself.
Speech! Speech,
Folks, I never been much for making speeches. I never wrote down what I want to say to you. Probably just as well I didn't, on account of I probably wouldn't be able to see what I'd wrote. Doesn't seem like 40 years ago when I rode into Little Beaver. Most of the time these last few years, it doesn't seem like I was ever 40 years younger than I am right now. So after everything's over and done, I just want to say this. When I came to Little Beaver, there was nothing here. I didn't amount to much either. 40 years later, Little Beaver's a city. I'm an old man. Me growing old had anything to do with Little Beaver growing into a city. I guess it's about all one man can do in this life. I don't need any reward for doing it. If I have any reward coming, I guess the good Lord will see that I get it one of these days. And even though I'm not your sheriff anymore, I aim to wear this gold star, even if it's not legal. And anybody that tries to take it off on me...
Help!
3 of them came into the bank. Nobody was paying any attention to them. First thing we knew, we was looking down 6-shooters and getting tied and gagged.
What'd they get?
$30,000 in gold. They knew just what they was after. I had it all boxed, waiting for the Overland Express.
I'm forming a posse. Any of you men that want to join me, saddle up, get your guns, and go to my office for deputizing. Want to ride with us, Sheriff?
Sheriff, me? Well, I'm just an old goat with a gold star, sonny. Buckboard's about all these old bones can handle. Oh, you go ahead and bring them bank robbers in. Don't ever let me hear you complain you didn't have anything to do the first day on your job.
Well, suit yourself, but I better get started before they get clean away.
Good luck.
Well, Jeb, it looks like you're about right. They were just waiting for you to resign.
They didn't wait long enough. They could outroad an old codger like me easy. Charlie Craig will have him behind bars before sundown.
Sundown's not far away.
Hey, you're right, Vint. I got about 250 miles of traveling between me and my nephew. Looks like our celebration's over. Better be on my way. If you're ever down Mexico way...
I wouldn't pass you by, Jeb.
I don't like laying around so close to the road.
There's probably a posse heading this way already.
What if there is, Wingo? You got nothing on us a posse would be interested in? We got our gold coming by Pony Express. Right in the spot nobody think of looking for it. Try a little more of this coffee.
Is it all right, Mr. Bonner?
I thought I'd move along. I only came in for the ceremony.
Yeah, come to a sore end, too. Bank holdup and all. I sure wish Jeb Barnes was sitting at the head of that posse instead of Charlie Craig. Charlie's a good man, but he just don't have Jeb's experience.
Yeah. Any word come back yet?
No, nobody's rode back yet.
Well, still a nice ceremony. You gave a real fine speech. Looked to be 3 sets of prints. No reason to believe they were the bandits' hoof marks. But if they were, it meant they'd double around after leaving town. And that meant that Charlie Craig's posse was riding its head off in the wrong direction.
Darkening down fast.
Yeah, them buckboards move slow.
Supposing he don't come this way at all. Or supposing he drove by and we never heard him.
Suppose you tie a knot in that tongue of yours. Making so much noise we won't hear him when he does come.
Wagon tracks. I thought of Jeb and his buckboard heading down toward Old Mexico. Only these tracks were going north. That meant either it wasn't Jeb, or else Jeb wasn't going to Mexico at all. Or was Jeb on the trail of the bandits? One old man striking out against 3 armed killers. And Charlie Craig's posse halfway to midnight in the other direction.
There you are. $3,000 for each of you. Well, is the agreement carried out? Is everybody satisfied?
I think everybody's satisfied, Jeb.
Sure. Well, I guess maybe everybody ain't.
You got a problem, Wingo?
Maybe I have.
You got your $3,000, same as you agreed, same as the others.
I know what I got. How much money was in that tin box? It's 30, wasn't it?
That's right.
30. We got 3 each. That makes 9. Leaving 21,000 for himself. We done all the work, and he did all the taking.
Listen, you got every penny you signed on to get. If you didn't like your cut, why didn't you say so before we made the deal?
Well, I'm saying it now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Maybe when we were agreeing to your terms, we sort of keeping our fingers crossed, planning to make a different cut later on.
It sure don't sound like a bad idea.
You're not so stupid after all, Wingo. Maybe we ought to have a different cut.
Well, maybe you ought to go whistling your whiskers. You think I'm going to sit around and bargain with you 3 varmints? Don't you try that. You didn't think I could still draw, did you? I knew who I was picking when I picked you 3. I know who's against me now. Now you do as I tell you. Get your stuff and get out of here.
Now, Jeb, don't you be stupid enough to go against 4 guns all aimed at your belly.
I made you a fair bargain. I gave you more money than you'd ever seen in your lives.
And you kept more than we've ever seen either.
I did all the figuring. Did all the planning.
We did all the taking.
We ain't through yet. You know, we asked you for a different divvy, and you turned us down. You know what that's going to cost you, don't you, Jeb? $21,000.
You're going to take it all?
That's right.
You can't do that.
You're going to see us do it, right in front of your eyes. Wingo, go out in the buckboard, bring that box in.
Now listen, I didn't tell you this, but I wrote up all about planning this robbery and about hiring you to help me. I sealed it in an envelope and put it safe in my office.
You did nothing of the kind. You're lying.
True.
You know, you don't want the folks in Little Beaver to find out their respected sheriff is nothing but a common thief. And what if you did write it out, put it in the safe? Nobody's going to open it. On account of nobody's ever going to know anything ever happened to you.
Got it.
Praise, all of you.
I trailed him here, Vint. Picked up the tracks about 2 miles down the road. They got the drop on me when I went for them.
I'm sorrier than I can say, Jeb. I've been back there quite a while. I heard a lot. Now drop the guns, all of you. Don't touch the gun, Jeb.
3-1 against you, Vint. You'll need help.
Till I know better, there's 4-1.
I wouldn't do anything to harm you, Vint.
Come on over here.
Look out, Vint! Look behind you!
That one did it, Vint. That one did the job.
I got some water, Jeb.
Don't waste. Spent 40 years protecting them. Driving the rustlers off their ranges. Fighting the Indians that tried to burn their houses. Protecting them while they made themselves rich.
That was your job.
I did my job. I was paid. Paid a sheriff's salary. While they was getting rich, I had to save up to buy a new pair of boots. And when it was over, time to retire. So long, Jeb. Thanks, Jeb. You're the gold star, Jeb. Now you run along. You run along off someplace and die. While we look around for somebody else to take care of us while we're making money. All I wanted, Vint, was something to live on while I was dying. I didn't have nobody.
What about your nephew down in Old Mexico?
Ain't got no nephew. Ain't got nobody. I got a gold star. Try eating a gold star. I know I did wrong, Vint. I know I was wrong.
Daggett had me in his sights. You could let him kill me and gotten clean away with the gold.
I guess when you're wearing any kind of a star, you can't kill your friends.
And the gold. How did it happen, Mr. Bonner?
Mr. Mayor, Jeb spent 40 years earning that gold star. Today he earned it all over again.
And old Jeb tracked him down?
He got your gold. He got himself killed doing it. Didn't seem to be any point in telling them what really happened. Wouldn't help them. And it wouldn't help Jeb. But riding out a Little Beaver that evening, I got to thinking. Nobody really thanks a sheriff for all the things he does.